Good evening, sirs and sirs. Herzlich willkommen, hjärtligt välkommen. Labas, witam wszystkich bardzo serdecznie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Lucassdrummer, broadcasting live from Black Note Studio, Halden, Norway. Hello guys. So today is a special day. Or a night. It's 11 p.m. already, so let's get down to the business straight away. As maybe you have seen or read in the description of the present live stream, I managed to find and purchase 31-year-old Alesis D4 module. I've been a long-time user of DM5s. I have a few of them. And I'm really curious about how the D4 really is, how it works comparing to the DM5s. So without further ado, let us maybe go ahead and switch the cameras. I'll move on to the live room, where I'm going to narrate and give you a tour of the D4 from. So let's check this out. I hope the music is not too loud, that you can hear what I'm saying. Siema, siema. Hello. Nice. Okay. Let's switch the cameras really quick. Okay, before I go to the live room, here's my rack. A rack. So as you can see, there are two DM5s. They're on already. I use one of them for the kick drum, the other one for the snare. For recording purposes only. I used to use it for live shows with Gnida as well, but I do not do it anymore. And on the very top, there is the new old D4. As you're going to see, or maybe you can notice already, it still has this, what you call it? It's like this anti-scratch plastic stuff on the screen, this protection plastic, which is not, it's new from the factory, it hasn't been taken off, which is cool. I checked it out thoroughly all the way around. It has never been mounted in a rack. There are no scratches, no use marks on it. So I tend to believe the previous owner that it's in a mint condition. It's already connected with the power outlet, and I've already plugged in the kick drum triggers to it, the E-kits, Axis E-kits, and one extra trigger pad, so that I can switch it, you know, changing all the inputs and checking out if they work or not. We're gonna go through all the functions, see how it reacts, and I will try to set it up exactly the same way as my kick DM5 is set up, and see how responsive it is. And for the testing purpose, I need to do my daily practice as well, though it's freaking late already. But I will go through the Dormant Ordeal set, which we are going to perform live on Friday. And one thing I have to say about the new drum heads I got on my kick drums, those Silent Stroke Remos, they're mesh heads, you know, the ones you most often find on electronic drum kits. I'm really not used to playing on this kind of surface, and it's very bouncy. And I found out that the E-kit triggers are, they do not work really well with those. So there'll be some double triggering and stuff. I have to check out other kind of triggers that would work better with those skins. Maybe Roland's, I don't know. Or maybe the kits need some calibration or readjustments. We'll see. But I'll go through the set real quick at the end of the stream. You don't really have to be here and watch it. I will do it for my own sake. So I did that also yesterday. I believe I did not stream it. I did not. But I went through just to keep my muscle memory and make myself comfortable. And yeah, so let us move on to the live room and have a look at the D4, shall we? Alright. One, two, check. So, here we are. Let me know if you can hear what I'm saying, because the microphone is pretty far away from me. But... Well. Alesis D4. Let us switch it on right away. So we have this power button here. Woohoo! Let's go. Bang! Right! It works. So, standard stuff. Drums at 001. Okay, as you can see, there are a couple of differences between D4 and the M5s. There are different colors of buttons on it. The screen has a different background light. The main knob is a different color. The preview button is a little bit different. The volume knob is a little bit different design, although it's really the same. But it's not supposed to be like a different world, you know. The DM5 is an updated D4. And this stuff is 31 years old. There is still a sticker at the very bottom of this module saying that it has been control checked somewhere like August 1991. How cool is that? Alright, this stuff works. Let's check out the knob. Classic hacks, ballad set, scratch house, dry acoustic, jingles, pop, ambient rock, blah blah blah. How many drum sets are there? 20 drum sets. Okay, let's get back to standard stuff. And let's have the... It says demo. I don't know if you can see that. Right here it says demo. Press and hold drum set and press preview. So I'm wondering about what's going to come out of it. It should present all the samples the module has. So let us check it out. Let's press drum set. Preview. Woohoo! Right. Nice. That was fun. It works. It works. It at least plays samples. That's very good. So the volume is at the mid right now. I'm going to crank it up all the way once I'll get ready to play. But let's see what happens. The first thing I'd like to do is to set up the main two triggers I'm using, which are input 1 and 2, which I'm using for the kicks. By the way, can you hear me talking through the music, or is the music too loud? Just let me know in the chat if there's something wrong with the volume. Nothing happening when I play. Press the cursors. I usually have the note chase button on, so it blinks whenever I hit the trigger. I'm gonna check out if the phone's output works. Although I use it very, very seldom. But it would be nice to know if it does work. I can hear a snare drum. Fuck yeah, it works. Nice. That's good. So, it's another thing that works. And let me go ahead and check out the external trigger on my kick module. Apply. See, gain is on 90, velocity curve, which is sensitivity is on 7, or dynamics, so there is no dynamics. So let us go to external triggering on the D4. Okay, trigger 01, and if I press the other kick, that's trigger 01. Not really. This is chasing. This is not. So the second trigger is not connecting, no matter how hard I press it. But maybe it's about the trigger setup. We'll see. We're at the trigger number 1, which is this one. It's chasing. The light is blinking, so it means it works. And then we are in the external triggering menu, velocity curve. Let us change it to 7. Then next screen, you notice not important. Number trigger. Okay. Number 1, crosstalk. Let's see on the DM5 what we have there. I can see there's no gain on the DM4 in the same spot that there is on the DM5, but maybe it comes later. We'll see. So we have gain at 90, velocity curve at 7, crosstalk 99. The same here, so we max it out. The decay is at 08, bang, and the noise is at 55. Just do it. Here we are, and here is gain. All right, so my gain was at 90. Bang. Higher pedal, it's not important. Foot switch, not important. And we are back at the first screen. Alright, how about the mix menu? Which is volume and panning. The volume is at 90. So here we are at 90. Okay. It's very easy to set up. Output is set on main, which is good. Group 1. tuning is at 0, so it's neutral. And now we go to the voice. And I want to have, instead of a symbol, I want to have a kick drum in there. So it's, yeah, let's see. The sample I'm using right now in my DM5 is 011 front mic. Wondering if there is a sample like that in here on the D4. Big O, stomp, industry, spiked, pillow, plated, my foot, foot, 60s R&B, monster, double head, double whatever, trash, stab sounds nice. I'll go back to stab later on. Stab RM. Wondering about what it means. It certainly is described in the manual, which I also have, because all the original paperwork followed with the module alongside with the original box, which is very rare, you know. So nice. Reggae, kinetic, 22 power. Solid, tiled, chunky, loose one, ambient loose, slamming, 22 deep, ambient deep room, moving air, blah blah blah, swift, abrupt, fusion, muffled, blaster. This is surely something for blast beats and death metal. I don't know. 24 power, deep ballad, big food. Wow, 63, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70. How many are there? Studio. Damn. Wow. 99 different samples. Let me see how many there are on the DM5. Damn. There are 94, so there are even more kick drum samples on the D4 than the DM5, which is supposed to be an updated, more expanded D4. We'll see. So we're at 11 front mic. I was supposed to go back to 24, wasn't I? Stab. We're gonna check out the sound. I just want to put on my headphones and hear it. If it really stabs. If it does, then I'm gonna keep it for the presentation. Nice! Pretty dry, but it stabs. Okay, how do I set up the second kick on the second trigger? That's the question. Most probably we'll have to get back to external triggering and switch the trigger to number 2, which I'm very curious about. Okay, so the velocity curve 7, same as previously. Trigger number 2, crosstalk 99. K at 08, noise at 55, and gain at 9, gain at 9T. Like this, foot switch, blah blah blah, not important. Then we're back here again. Leg up multi. First trigger. Output main. Does it react now? Trigger number 1. Does the trigger number 2, which does not work. I don't quite like that. triggering. That's trigger number 2 we're working on. Mix 90, volume 90, panorama in the middle, tuning 0, and voice. And there is a kick drum. So we were at number 24, which was stab. And this is supposed to be working. Or is there anything else I've forgotten? Main output, group 1. All the external triggering is already set up. Mix, tune, and voice. Let's store it. And I'm gonna test out the first trigger. Alright. And the second one. No reaction. Then I have to get back at the back side of the module and check out the wires there. Because maybe I connected something wrong. Okay. I've changed the wires. So reversed. The one that was sitting in input 1 is sitting in input 2 right now. What happens? Okay. There must be something with the wire. There it is. It's a cable, man. Which is weird because I'm using those fancy trick drums wires, which are dedicated for trigger use. And they got pretty awesome. Let me listen to it. Alright. Now it all works. Cool. It stabs. Nice, nice, nice. I like it. Let me just quickly go through all the remaining triggers and hear if they work. So this is number 3. It's a snare. Number 4, there's a tom. Number 5, it's a lower tom. Number 6, sounds like a floor tom to me. Number 7 is a ride cymbal. Number 8, it's a crash. Number 9, it's like another crash. Number 10, goddamn, so many triggers. That's like 12 trigger inputs. I don't hear quite clearly what it is, but it works. 11. Oh, it's like a big ass tom, like orchestra tom or something. And then we're at number 12. It works. Everything works. So I place it back at number 7, which was the right symbol. You know, it's a cool thing, because I'm using this Roland pad. This one. As a second ride cymbal. But there's one thing that may be concerning for this kind of module users, like these old Alesis modules. They are not polyphonic. So if you're, for example, if you have a kick and a snare, and maybe you're using some extra external triggers, whenever you're striking two simultaneously, there will only be one that's released. And that's the weak point of the DM5. I don't really know if that's the same story with the D4. And I think it would really suck, and it does suck, if you're using only electronic drums or plenty of triggers, and you're playing like unisons, and you want to play some disco beats, like constant quarter note kick drum with a snare on 2 and 4. Sometimes your snare or kick will drop out, which sucks. But that's one of the main reasons why I have two DM5s. You can also differentiate between the outputs, or you can group the triggers differently so that it's working. But I think it's a better solution to have a few other modules at hand, because it's always nice to have a backup as well. And on top of it all, I'm a little bit of a freak, and I like those old Alesis DM5s, and now the D4. I have one more DM5, which I'm going to bring back home after the upcoming weekend. And I'm hunting down another DM5 as well. So the plan is to fill all this rack. It's like 8 units rack. I want to fill it up with old Alesis modules. And there is one more I really feel like buying, which is the DM Pro. I believe George Collias used to use that one in the past. I believe it was the time when he was playing for Sickening Horror, or maybe some first night performances as well. Yeah, so it works. It really works. I like it. So we'll leave the module on. There is one more super important thing, because since we have, it's always good to store everything you change. It's great to store it, to save it as a standard stuff, but I will keep it on the external triggering screen. I can see the game is 50 because I was checking out other triggers. And this was the pad with the right symbol on, so it's tracking nicely whenever I'm hitting a trigger. It changes, it's chasing the note. If I switch the note chase off, then it will not change. You know, it's blinking, but it doesn't change the menu. If you're chasing the notes, you're changing the menu towards the trigger you're striking at the very moment, which is cool. Alright, it all works. And now I believe what is left to be done is to get back to the control room, change over the microphone setup, the wiring, put on some extra lights for a nice mood in here and the live room, and give the module a shot. So yeah, so far so good. Let's crank this baby all the way up, just the same way as the two other modules are. And as I just mentioned, there is one last thing that is super important, because those old Alesis modules, they have built-in memory, and the memory is powered by a battery. So just for the sake of it, let's store it again. Drums stored. And what happens now, just remember this, we are at trigger number 2, let's say. The crosstalk was 99, decay 08, noise 55. And if we switch the module off right now, after we turn it on again, all the settings should be memorized. If they aren't, then this module needs or requires service. So fingers crossed, I hope it works. I hope it memorized everything we've done so far. Otherwise, we'll have to start it off again. This module here, it needs a battery change because I'm keeping it always on for as long as I can to prevent this necessity of tuning it in again and again, because I have to switch the battery and I have no time to do this. But it will be delivered to service very soon. This one is perfect. It's my it's not my main module. This was the very first one I ever bought in 2008. So the battery died. It's been used a lot. It's been touring a lot. Most of the gigs I've played on the one in the middle here. This one I bought as a backup later on. It has its battery changed. It's been working very nicely. No complaints at all. It's very robust. And I like the construction of the module. It's 16-inch rack, one unit. Pretty handy, super robust, and extremely reliable. So, let us power it up again and see if it memorized all the setup. I hope it did. So, external triggering. It did not memorize. So it means we have to do everything again from scratch. Which sucks because it didn't store anything. See, it's a symbol, trigger number. It doesn't even see the first trigger. So this sucks. So then we found the first drawback of this module. The battery is already dead, but it's not a big wonder after 31 years. You know, if it's been laying in the box for so long time, it's not weird that it ain't working anymore. So again, crosstalk 99, decay 08, noise 55, I believe, was it? And I like the buttons on the D4 more than the M5 actually. The M5 ones are very gummy like, and the ones on the D4 feel much more solid. 1 gain 90. Output main 90. 2-0 voice. Let's do it quickly. Kick 24. 24. No, can't start, but it's not gonna memorize it anyway. Unfortunately. And now it changed the trigger into number 2. Velocity curve 7. How was it? Yeah, we didn't do that on the first one. So now we have trigger number 2. Crosstalk 99. PK 08. Noise 55. Main output 90. And the voice. The voice. 24. Stab and store. Let's see if it reacts. It's picking up. This is not picking up. Because of the group, maybe. Because of the group. Right. What else did we forget? Seems like it's working. Yeah. Alright. Then, I believe we're ready. We can give it a shot. I need a couple of minutes to reset up the camera, the lights, microphones, and during the time please enjoy some music and look at my ugly mug. Ho, ho, ho. Okay, it seems to be working fine. Looks like. So, let me have a sip of this delicious water. By the way, do you know this band? Shout out to my good friend and brother from another mother, The Rooster. Siemasz Kuba. We're testing out Alesis D4, 31-year-old digital drum brain with a dead battery, apparently. But I've set up a quick angle like this. It's not maybe not the best angle ever, but I did it super fast. And I'm going to try and play through the dormant ordeal set, focusing mostly on the kicks. Focusing mostly on the kick drums, and come to terms with the new module. All the setup is the same as on my DM5s. There is a bit different of a sample. Number 24 called Stab. I'm going to explore more of the sounds later on, but now it's getting really freaking late. It's 8 minutes to midnight. It's like
8 minutes to midnight, but I have to play some drums.
8 minutes to midnight, but I have to play some dormant ordeal. And no warm up, as most of the time, no warm up at all. And try to play relaxed, focus on the kick drums. Those freaking bouncy drum heads, I don't really like them yet. They look really nice, they're very responsive, but I believe they either require different tuning, or maybe I should loosen them up a little bit. Or another kind of triggers, maybe Roland's, the ones that you put on the rim of the drum itself, because the E-kit triggers tend to double click a lot on those, and I feel like using force, like pushing the pedals a lot using power, does not work at all, because they bounce the same way if you hit hard or soft. And the E-kit triggers are very specific, and they work very well with the DM5 module as well, especially on standard acoustic drum heads. Because when we play together. Because the module, the D4, I believe, is pretty much the same as the DM5. Maybe there's not too much development that has been done through the generations, because they're most likely based on the same algorithms and the same circuit boards. But Ola, Hyperdai, Drumtech Real Feel Mesh Heads. Okay, I'm pretty new when it comes to mesh heads, you know. I tried like the electronic drum kit maybe once in my life, and it had this super small kick drum with like 12 or 14 inch head. Did not feel good at all. Okay, used them for the last 4 years, so no problem moving back and forth between naked and acoustic drums. Okay, I will give it a shot. I don't know, I did no research at all. I just took the first thing that I found, which was the Remo, and I've been using Remo heads from before, so. But maybe it's also about the damping. I have pretty much a lot of shit packed inside of my kick drums, but it's like soft shit. I'm gonna take a picture next time and publish it to show you. It's foam, mostly foam, and some blankets, but it's mostly foam. And it's pretty much an interesting solution because I use the foam, which is around 6 inches thick, and it wraps around the drum from the inside, like diminishing its radius. So although my kicks are 22, the foams make the diameter smaller, like maybe 6 inches too much. I've overdriven a little bit. It's like 4 inches thick, so I actually play 18-inch kick drums, if you know what I mean. And then add on some extra blankets on top of it and cover it with some cloth so that it's like all black and doesn't look like shit. On some of my previous videos you could see that those foams see through the skins, and some of the blankets were blue and some were red and looked like crap. So I've decided to change that. But I think I'm not ready at all, but I'm gonna give a shot to the set. So let me stop the music real quick. And I believe all the microphones are the way they should be. So that was Hunter's Blood music. La música del Hunter's Blood, la luna del cacciatore. One might say that it's a hunter's moon. Okay, Dormant Ordeal, and we're going to listen to the click track with a narration. So the voice hints that I've pre-recorded for myself in order to memorize the parts, what comes next, so that I do not have to learn everything by heart. Which is a nice thing. You should copy that, definitely. If you're a session drummer and you struggle with memorizing different set lists, I recommend you to do this. Just listen to the songs you have to learn. I recommend Sony Vegas or any other software that you can slow the music down if there are any parts that you're struggling with to memorize or find out how they're played. Just use Sony Vegas or whatever else that you can loop and slow the music down, or maybe pitch up and down, whatever, and EQ, and use some extra effects to sculpt the drums out of the music. You know, it's nice to hear and know what's going on. And then you subdivide the song into parts. You find like the hit points, which then you are making notes about. So grab a piece of paper, a pen, something to write with, and yeah, 1 arc per song is good. You know, don't write too much. If you do, then you're gonna get lost. You have to make yourself a roadmap. So that's what I did. I wrote down all the parts of a particular song. Most of the set I've learned by heart, of course, but I'm playing most of it anyway. I play it my way, keeping the structure the same way it is, but I'm trying to make this music mine, in a way. The drums, at least, the drum parts. If there are some irregularities, like in the number of bars, then it's good to have some hints telling you that right now you are going to change something. So you're writing down the list, like point out everything, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and whatever. How many parts there are, that number you have to note, write down, and use your own kind of symbolics for it. You know, your own notation if you need.
something that only you understand. You don't really have to use any kind of universal language to do that. Like, if there is like a skang beat, ticka ticka ticka, write down ticka ticka if that's what you call it, you know. If you call it dupa chipa, then write dupa chipa. If you call this beat kukirava, then write kukirava and a number of bars, you know. If there is a pause, if there is a stop, then write this down as well. And make it rhythmically, because, okay, let me get back. First of all, you write down all the parts, then you rewind, play the song from the beginning, you grab a microphone and you record everything that you have written down. That's the key point of this whole strategy. So once you have all the markers placed in the proper places on a song, in all those switches, changes and odd places, you know, that you have to memorize what's happening next and what's happening next, then you read this to yourself out loud, all the notes that you have written rhythmically in your own speech, in your own language, so that you understand and so that you can convey quickly the message of what's happening next. And that's it. And to make it more fun, you know, record it in a way that you want to listen to. And it's pretty much cool that you record some side notes as well right before you start the show, you know. That's what I usually do. If there is like one-time gig, you know, to lift my spirits so that I do not stress at all, like tell yourself a joke while the intro is on, you know, to loosen up. And after you're done with the gig, and in between of the songs, tell yourself what comes next. Like if you have a song that starts with then you just say it, you tell it to yourself, and the next one starts with tell yourself what kind of tempo it is, what kind of beat, which kind of instrument you're starting off, what kind of count in you're gonna use, you know. And at the very end of the show, most likely you're gonna do much better because you did not have to memorize and minimize the amount of stress you're going through by like forgetting parts and not knowing what comes next. So at the very end of the show, when you're done playing your set list, give yourself a word of gratitude. Give yourself like kudos, you know, pat yourself on the back and tell yourself you did well, man. If you're on tour, say to yourself, yeah, man, you did well. See you tomorrow. You're gonna kick some ass again tomorrow. Thank you for tonight. So, yeah, make an audio book for yourself, like which you're gonna listen with pleasure. So let us go through the set now. I believe it's gonna go hard. I'm gonna butcher it like hell. It's already 3 minutes over midnight, and I still didn't eat a proper dinner. But let us give it a shot. Let us give it a shot. So let me just control all the systems quickly. What I have to do is to put on my in-ears, grab a pair of sticks, which is laying there ready, and just start playing, I believe. So I hope all the volumes are okay. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna just test it if it's not too loud. I believe it's okay. Alright. So 3, 2, 1, go! One more sip of this delicious Wasser. Anyway, I take the bottle with me. I have 2 pauses in the very set to have a sip of water. So not too many occasions. You have to save, you have to spare water. It'll be like a camel toe. I'm gonna camel toe those pedals. Or would you like me to switch the angle a little bit so that you can see something else than nothing? Because there's not too much one can see actually. I don't know. I don't know. I'll just give it a shot. Okay. See you on the other side. Actually, technically speaking, since it's over midnight already, I haven't played drums yesterday. Alright, I'll do the same tomorrow, I guess. Let's go.
Raz, dwa, trzy i strzał. Blacha do stopy. Wolni stopy. Bumpa ride. Blast ride. złamania. Oj. Wolne stopy. Bomblast od blachy. Hej! Bomblast i akcenty. Blast. Wolne stopy plus łamania. Szybkie stopy, open. Wolne stopy. Bomb blast z akcentami. Wypust. Raz, dwa, trzy. Raz, dwa, trzy. Stop. Open stopy. Wolniej stopy. Wolniej stopy. 3/4. Trzecie stopy. Stop. Blast. Right blast. Open. Wolne stopy. Blast. Intro. Open stopy. Jeszcze raz. Nabicie na blachach ze stopami. Na blast. Hej! Jeszcze raz. Stopy beat. Blast. Blast. Wolne stopy. Stop. Open stopy. Outro. Wolne stopy. Raz, dwa, trzy, cztery. Szumy. Naliczanie. Przyjebnięcia. Open beat. Czwarty beat, hi-hat. I jeszcze raz. Open beat. Stop it. Odwróć! Stopy! Stopy! Do beat! Hi-hat beat! I jeszcze raz! Open beat. Stop it. Stop it. Wolniej. Trzymaj. Trzymaj. Stop it. Don't beat me. Blast. Jeszcze raz! Umpa, open, razy dwa! Blast! Z dobitami! Solo, stopy! Blast! Raz, dwa, trzy i... Trole na rajdzie! Czwarty slow beat. I jeszcze raz. Stopy open. Raz, dwa, trzy i... Wolniej stopy. Sześć czwartych beat na istomami. Jeszcze raz. Right bell stopy. Wolne stopy open. Right bell stopy. Wciągnij stopy. Beat 4 czwarte intro. Na triole. Jeszcze raz. intro beat i na triole jeszcze raz. Na szybkie stopy trolla 6/4 bit. Ostatni raz. Na kodę. Trzy szybkie. Raz, dwa, trzy i pom pom pom.
Yeah, fuck. I didn't hear too much in the monitor. I believe I butchered the bass drums a lot, but this is the war. No time to set up monitor. Thanks for all the likes, very kind of you. I have to fix it. I will not go to bed. I will sleep badly if I go to bed right now after this freaking bad performance. I'm pissed. Okay, what was wrong? The monitor was way too loud. I don't know how it was for you. No feedback on your end, so I just continue the way it was, but I will set it up a little bit more proportionally for myself. If there is anyone there, please let me know if the volumes were okay. But because they definitely weren't okay for me. They were fucked up. Way too much of the background sound, a lot of guitars and vocals and metronome, but very little of my own playing. So I had to hit pretty hard, and I've butchered the kick drums like a fucking noob. Yeah, I did. But now I'm getting pissed, so this second round will be better. I was supposed to be done right now, but I will not. Fuck it. Okay. La musica, I'll put this shit a little bit down. Let's say 80%. Or maybe not, just for myself. Software, DAW playback. Down. I don't know. I'll try again straight away. I give no damn.
Trzy szybkie, raz, dwa, trzy i pom pom pom. dwa, trzy i... Raz, dwa, trzy i strzał. Blacha do stopy. Wolni stopy. Bumpa ride. Blast ride. Bomb blast. Plus łamania. Szybkie stopy plus łamania. Oj. Wolne stopy. Bomblast od blachy. Hej! Bomblast i akcenty. Blast. Wolne stopy plus łamania. Szybkie stopy open. Wolne stopy. Bomb blast z akcentami. stopy 3/4. 6 stopy. Stop. Blast. Right blast. Open, wolne stopy. Blast. Intro. Open stopy. Jeszcze raz. Nabicie na blachach ze stopami. Na blast. Hej! Jeszcze raz. Stopy beat. Blast. Wolne stopy. Stop. Open stopy. Auto, wolne stopy. Raz, 2, 3, 4. Szumy. Naliczanie. Przyjemnięcia. Open beat. Natriole. Right Vermel. Boom. Sześć czwarty beat. Hi-hat. I jeszcze raz. Open beat. Stopy. Stopy. Obróć. Stopy. Stopy. Do bitki. Hi-hat beat. Jeszcze raz. Jeszcze raz. Stopy open, raz, dwa, trzy i... Wolniej stopy. Sześć czwartych bit na istomami. Jeszcze raz. Ride bell stopy. Wolne stopy open. Ride bell stopy. Ciągnij stopy. Bit 4/4 intro. Na triole. Jeszcze raz. Na szybkie stopy. Triola z rajdna i stomami. Jeszcze raz. Cztery czwarte intro beat i na triole. Jeszcze raz. Na szybkie stopy triola. Sześć czwartych beat. Ostatni raz. Na kodę. Trzy szybkie. Raz, dwa, trzy i pom pom pom.
One more time, one more time. I really feel like playing more. Fuck. But it's so late, I have to get up very early in the morning. 10:01 a.m. And it finally started to feel nice. First time since I started preparations for the show. Now it really felt alright. And I like the D4 Alesis. It reacted nicely. I have to change the battery. That's the only thing that's left. But anyway, thank you for being here. Ola, Shirley, Ola Morton, Ola Marius. Thank you for the tips about the mesh heads. Because the big difference for drum tech and Remo is that the drum tech are 3-ply. Okay. But it felt pretty much alright right now. I still feel like it's I'm getting too much rebound from the drum, from the bass drums. But I'll give those drum tech mesh heads a shot and try them out next time. But I think I'll also buy a pair of Roland triggers and see how they react to the Remo heads. So the next thing on the agenda is to change or switch the battery on the D4. I really enjoyed the module. I like it. It's very robust. Although it's 31 freaking years old, it works like a charm. It really works. It really does work. but it's more well, how to say that, it's more sensitive and it doesn't forgive any kind of adjustment incongruities. If you're not careful enough with adjusting things, then it's going to lose or miss fire, sometimes lose some strokes. Because right before we started today, I felt like the right foot feels nice, the right pedal feels nice, the trigger, but the left one did not pick up. You know, once I started playing like alternate 8 notes, it didn't pick up. So what I did, I raised the what is called, like, not the crosstalk, but the next thing on the module. I don't remember right now, but we had it on 10, I believe, and I put it up on 12. And the gain was not the same on both pedals. One was 90 and the other one was 50. So the one that was on 50 did not react, which is really weird because the E-kit trigger are strictly super direct and very, very mechanical. It's either or. It doesn't really have much dynamics, you know. You cannot play a trigger dynamically. It's 1 or 0. It's either a signal or no signal. But the low gain on the left pedal resulted in misfiring, in lost strokes on the left pedal, which is very weird. Weird, maybe not weird, but it is the way it is. And the DM5 would let you play. Like, the DM5 wouldn't mind if the gain was slightly or a lot different on both pedals. The DM5 seems to be like the perfect module, at least as far as I'm concerned, perfect module for the I-kit, Axis I-kit triggers. Alright, I'm pretty much fucked right now after 2 rounds of the set. The last one was nice, and I believe I deserve a shower and some food, although it's super late. But yeah, thanks for being here. It was a pleasure. This was Lucassdrummer streaming live from Black Note Studio, Halden, Norway. Thanks a lot for being here again, and